Welcome to Season 4 of the Ward's Way podcast. So we're here live in Manteo, North Carolina at the 22nd Annual Carolina Boat Builder Foundation Tournament. Join us as we celebrate 75 years in business, and we're just getting started. Welcome to Season 4 of the Ward's Way podcast. We're here live in Manteo, North Carolina at the Boat Builders Tournament, and I'm here with my friends, Shannon, Steve, and David from Dare County Schools. Welcome, guys. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having us.
Tell me how the Dare County Schools is involved in the Carolina Boat Builder Tournament.
Yeah.
Tell me the connection.
Well, I think the huge connection is the fact that they do this tournament and then take those funds and provide scholarships to our students next spring.
That's amazing.
And last year, I think it was something like $1.2 million that they provided. And those funds are raised from this tournament.
From this tournament.
Direct connection there. But secondary connection is our middle schools built a boat this year, a skiff, in their classroom. It's called First Class.
And we'll take pictures, audience, because it's inside, and it's not just like a fake skiff. It's a real boat.
It's a real boat.
It is.
They built it in the classroom.
That's amazing.
Had the teacher's father came in and helped the kids actually build the boat. They did all the work themselves, picked it up and carried it outside
How
of the
long
school.
did it take? Was it like a whole semester or?
Like 5 months.
5 months.
Wow.
Yep.
That's incredible.
They designed the boat from the blueprints all the
They
way up.
did? Oh, wow.
And it's beautiful.
Yeah, and inside, I mean, I would have never known that. I just thought somebody donated a boat
And
to
it'll be auctioned off.
I
at
know.
Expo tomorrow night.
That's going to be great. That's going to. Are any of the kids like going to be here to see somebody?
I've seen a few walking around.
Yeah,
Yep.
I bet that would be
Yep.
exciting. I mean, to do that in middle school,
With their
and
own
is the goal
hands.
trying to get them into a business of boat building, maybe?
Yep. So we started building a boat at the high school that the
Okay.
students will feed into, and it's a 21-foot center console boat using the cold mold process, which is still what they use today in
Okay.
Wanchis. And so they're still using the traditional method. And so when the students go from the middle school to the high school, they can continue in the carpentry class
That's great.
with building the boat. And we've partnered with Bayless
Okay, good.
in building the boat. And we've also started a apprenticeship program.
I was just going to ask that apprenticeship. Yeah.
So Bayless has an apprenticeship program, and we've been able to establish a pre-apprenticeship in the high school level to feed right into the Bayless apprenticeship.
You know, I think that's so important, especially when I see that the majority of the boat building businesses here are all family-owned, multi-generational, and even multi-generational people that aren't related, which I have that in my business as well, that there are multiple generations of family that aren't necessarily related to our family, but we're all one family.
Yes.
And so I think it's wonderful that you're keeping that in the local high schools and middle schools.
Yes.
We were just talking inside about, we've got kids in these programs whose granddad built boats and dad built boats.
That is
And now
amazing.
they're actually in school learning the same craft and hopefully to be able to
get
come
chills,
out
like,
and
listening
go
to
right
that.
right into the business with experience and training
Wow.
straight out of high school.
Wow, that's incredible. Do any of them you think get to fish on some of these boats?
Oh,
Have
I
any
would-
of
Oh,
them?
Oh,
yes,
yes.
ma'am.
Oh, yeah.
Without
Okay,
a
well
doubt,
that's
they do.
important. Now, have any of you guys gone out fishing on these boats?
Absolutely.
Oh, okay. good.
Several times.
Absolutely.
I haven't. But
Shannon saying no.
I need to.
Okay, all right, yes, it's on your list. Okay.
But it's an opportunity for these children to learn where their families came from.
Mm-hmm.
How hard work they've done into building successful building company.
Absolutely.
And that's awesome. And
Yep.
so the other kids that are wanting to do that, it's an opportunity.
Sure.
Yeah.
And they say in this day and age, especially as educators, that we really need to be talking to our kids about the trades. And they say the next millionaires are going to be plumbers. I personally think it's electricians. I'm just saying.
That'll work too.
That'll work too. But I do think that that's important. I mean, and back when I was in school, you did have trade type skills that were being taught, and I feel like that went away. But it's so nice to see that in Dare County that's not the case. So.
Well, and we hear all the time, schools should be teaching kids how to do this job or that job, plumbing or carpentry or boat building or
Sure.
electrical. And we're doing that.
Yeah, that's
and
incredible.
we're not just teaching them in a classroom.
They're building a boat.
They're building a boat.
That's
these
amazing.
are all transferable skills
Yes.
into any part of the industry.
100%.
And I do want to make sure we say, so the boat that's inside, to me, that is the picture of community involvement and what we have right here in Manteo. I mean, I look at all the various boat builders that are right in our backyard that donated not only materials, not only money, but their own time to come in
and mentorship,
meet with the students,
Sure.
and give best practices, things they've learned on the job as they're building this boat, and that right there is the picture of community.
So
involvement.
invaluable, and especially as they grow up and to know that they can start experiencing this at 12. How old were these kids that built
These
this
are
boat?
7th graders.
Is
Yeah.
that 12, 13?
12, 13.
Yeah.
My gosh.
It's
you
a
know,
pathway. It really is.
It
It's a
really
truly
is.
pathway for them to have something to look forward to.
And I would say that once these kids have that pathway, doesn't that help their grades? Doesn't that help
Yes,
them
ma'am.
in being successful? As
You're
they,
connecting them with things that they like, enjoy, want to come to school to do.
and know what they're going to
absolutely-
be when they grow up. I
it
mean, I didn't
absolutely
have all
affects
that
their grades.
together.
And
in
I
You never
eighth
know
grade,
what
ninth
will
grade.
spark a student's interest.
And I
you
also
know.
like to give a shout out to our local COA, our community college.
Okay.
You know, College of Albemarle.
Okay.
They have been very helpful in a lot of other ways, not the boat building, but other pathways.
Sure,
And I
sure.
just want to say that they've been really big.
Well, it sounds like if you can get embraced. I mean, what are we doing in elementary school here? Are we slacking? I mean, what are the fifth graders doing?
Give us a go.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
We
you know.
believe that
They can start doing the designs, you know,
There you
early
go.
on.
We believe that education isn't about getting a kid to college
I agree.
unless that's where the kid wants to go.
Sure.
We believe education is about providing options for students to go this way, or that way, depending on what they want to do and what their interests are.
And helping get through school with a knowing of what you can do. I feel like kids these days, and I don't mean to sound like one of those older people, but it's true. Like there's so many options out there, and you get out and you've got this whole path of go to one of these 2,000 colleges, or maybe you should be a technical, or maybe you should do something online. And so it's so nice if they can see something that's real in their community and real. In their
Those
school
choices
systems.
can be overwhelming to
Very
student,
overwhelming.
to a 17, 18-year-old student, but if they've got something in their
Yes.
pocket that they've done, a certification, whether that's
100%.
welding or electrical or boat building,
And it's real time.
it's there.
Yes,
ma'am.
yes. And then that is something that they can actually see a future, see a path forward, and imagine their life. That's got to be a huge success. Now, do you think that these kids will stay here, or will they leave and go to other places with these boat building
I certainly would
skills?
hope they would stay here. But you know,
I mean, you are in the oasis of,
you know,
of all boat building.
I certainly would hope they would stay here, but that's their choice.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
wherever make their world better for them and their family in the future. I love it. But I
Okay, so
certainly
are
would
we
love
all team Wanchese or Manteo?
either.
Dare County.
Dare County, there you go,
My
good
daddy's
answer.
from Manteo. I can't
Uh-oh,
really.
yeah,
I
okay.
grew up in East Lake, which is on the mainland. So
Okay.
you know.
Okay, so we're Dare County. That's
We
a
are.
very
Dare
good answer.
County.
I
That's
like
right.
that.
Yes,
I
ma'am.
like that for
That's
sure. And I know tonight there's an awards as well. There's an award ceremony for that. And what is that for? What do you know what that's for?
I'm not
not sure
sure.
about
No, ma'am.
Okay. All right. Was my first time to the tournament too. So what makes the Outer Banks the best place to school your children and to live here?
Everything.
Yeah.
There's
It's-
something for everybody.
It's small. It's, as you can see, it's connected. People care about the people that are here, but yet we've got options and things
Sure.
for people to enjoy. If you don't want to go fish on a boat, you can go fish on the beach, or you can go in the sand, or you can go in the ocean, or you can go lay on the beach.
Yeah.
I mean, so it's not one thing that makes the Outer Banks unique
And the culinary
special.
too. I
Oh,
feel
my
like
Lord.
the food and
Oh,
the
the food is
seafood and the
incredible.
things that you can get is amazing. I mean, I live in
We've
Florida.
got
It's not like
got
we don't
that
have
same
seafood, but
we
it's
got a
different.
program at First Light High School. That,
Do ya?
Yes, ma'am.
For
Culinary
chefs?
arts.
Culinary
Oh.
arts, and we certainly are very looking forward to our early college that we just done the groundbreaking 2 weeks ago. Is that right, Steve?
Yes, sir.
2 weeks ago, and you know that's
There you go. You could get the elementary kids into the cooking side.
There you
that
go.
they can start. They
You
can
know?
start doing.
yep, exactly right.
We want everybody to be able to choose what they want, not what we want.
That's right.
So have y'all been a part of this tournament since it really started, or since you, I guess, have been in your careers with Dare County? You've known it's the 22nd annual. So.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, and they've been a part of our schools,
Part of
and
our
that's
schools.
Amazing.
that's the important thing.
I have to tell you, even John yesterday, in giving he's going through the rules of the tournament. It was also about, now listen, it was about the skiff and who built it. and wanting everybody to understand it and understand why they were out there fishing and what they were there to accomplish and where the winnings were going to. And you could just tell the passion in that there was about, this is what this is about. So let's have some good times and let's safe tight lines and safe travels for everybody. But you could tell it was the passion that was coming out. Yeah.
I wish the teacher could be here tonight. She unfortunately had to be out of town. But her
what's her teacher? What's teacher's name?
Stevie Gallup.
Okay.
And our school coordinator is Kelsey Oglesby. They both couldn't be here tonight, but Stevie's dad is also a boat builder. And he was pivotal.
Well, shout out to Stevie and Kelly.
Yes, please.
So Kelsey, excuse me, got it wrong.
And
Okay.
her dad, Glenn.
Yep.
Okay.
And I mean, he even knew every student's name in the class, and I mean, it was really incredible.
So what are they making for next year?
Well, it depends on what we get out of this
All
boat,
right.
because we're going to
All
roll
right, you
that
heard it
money
here.
right back into
That's amazing.
right back to
another
the
boat.
program.
Okay.
They're already talking about the design and the
That's
design
so
of the
great.
hull, and
That's exciting for
Well,
them.
when these kids transition to high school too, working with Bayless, they went down to Bayless Boat Works to cut the jig and watch the process take place to bring it back to the school, and they're building it in the carpentry class in
That's
school. It's
amazing.
Carpentry 3 in the school. So it's Bayless is coming in, and Crosswade is coming in, and really working
Love
with
that.
these kids to answer questions and show them tricks, and this is the way it's done.
You know, I know that it's unique to Dare County, and I certainly wouldn't want to, steal it. But I almost wish so many others could copy it and use it as a model. So I might
would be
share that
thrilled.
out there and
We
love
would be
that. I
thrilled.
think
We
it would
would
be
love it.
wonderful
We
for.
would. You know, to
I
share
know
this
there are a lot of
information.
other boating communities that would be really excited to hear that this can happen.
This
Because
is
sometimes
about-
people think that.
This is about kids.
It is.
This is.
I agree.
It's all about, and kids are everywhere. So if
And kids are our
somebody
future.
if somebody wants to grab this and go replicate it somewhere and benefit kids, I'm all about that.
And I
Wow.
want to say, back to the day, it's called Land of the Beginning.
Okay.
Dare County, Land of the Beginning.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
So,
Dare County, land
Dare
of the
County
beginning.
is the land of the beginning. So
Love that.
the Board of Education and the school needs to be the land.
Land of the beginning. Well,
Yes,
you
ma'am.
guys have definitely proven that with the skiff, and I hope you get the most amount of money as possible.
Thank you.
And
Thank
I
you.
look forward to seeing the boat next year and hearing all about
There
the
we
fifth grade
go.
class
And
and what
thank
they
you for
did.
doing this for us.
Thank you.
Appreciate
Thank you
it.
for being our guest on the Ward's Way podcast
Thank
today.
you.
Thank
Have
you.
a good night.
Thank you for joining us this season of the Ward's Way podcast. Be sure you subscribe because there's much more to come.